Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. Tesla has been so nice to rent me this Plaid Model S to test out for a week. The quickest production car in the world. And you might ask, why would you get a car that is this quick? The short answer is, because it's fun. But the Plaid Model S is more than just a one-trick pony that can do a drag strip. Yes, it is fun, and I have never experienced power like that. And it has kind of destroyed my Model Y performance acceleration for me. But the Plaid Model S is much more than just the fastest production car in the world. It can beat a Lamborghini and Ferrari down the drag strip, but it's also just a very nice, roomy family sedan with a great big trunk and frunk. And when you drive with your family, it is very nice to know that the Tesla Model S has received the highest overall safety score from Europe NCAP. No, it is not the Volvo's XC40 or the Mercedes EQS or the BMW i7. No, you don't look for Volvo for safety or Porsche for performance anymore. Now you just look at Tesla for both, as the other guys only take the safety test that is required from the safety agency. Tesla make a lot more safety tests than what is required. Tesla goes up and beyond to make their cars even safer. They make changes to the structure of the car, the way the seat reacts in an accident, and have changed the shape of the airbags, and it will even change how it deploys depending on the accident you are in. Recently they have put in a system that will tighten the seatbelt ahead of an anticipated crash. Not when the crash happens like many others, no, before the crash, as Tesla's car's full self-driving system anticipate the crash with Tesla's AI vision that understand what's going on around it. All cars have this, no matter if you have bought it. All of this is thanks to all the real-world data Tesla is collecting from the fleet, something no one else is even capable of doing today. So the simple fact that Tesla has been able to put all of this into one car, the fastest and the safest car you can get, is very impressive all on its own. But this is the general theme with the Tesla Model S Plaid. What you get for your money is unlike anything else on the market, as most can't even keep up with most of the specs. But the Plaid Model S is not more expensive than many of the competition in the luxury segment. The Plaid Model S is by no means a cheap car. It is a bit over my budget, but in the luxury segment, where people gladly spend $100,000 or $150,000 on a vehicle, well, the Tesla Model S Plaid might just be the best value you can get on the planet. Like if we compare Tesla Model S Plaid to another great looking electric car, the Audi RS e-tron GT. Well, the Plaid costs 20% less than the 2023 Audi RS e-tron GT, despite that Tesla Model S Plaid is superior in range, efficiency, power, acceleration, software, technology, and so on and so on. But most importantly, the Tesla Model S has received the highest overall safety score from Europe NCAP. And the Plaid is also a very good practical family car at the same time. It beats Audi's sports sedan on every performance specs, and the e-tron only seats 4 and has a very little trunk, so not a very good family car. The Plaid Model S is just the best deal you can get in that segment, and this car is more than just power and safety. And it is by no means a perfect car. There are something that can be improved for sure. As with most cars, so the build quality in some areas might not be as good as the Model Y that comes out of the Berlin factory, which of course should not be the case, as the Model Y is a more premium car, where Tesla Model S and X is the luxury vehicles. But this is Tesla's early ramp of the updated Model S Plaid, and as Elon has said many times before, it is during the ramp of a new production that mistakes are made. It should not be an excuse. As a car that cost from $90,000, everything should be perfect. But I didn't notice any of these small things while using the car for a week, as all was drowned out by this performance and all the nice features this car has, like the active noise cancellation that you could definitely feel coming from my Model Y. When you go into the Model S and close the door, it just becomes very silent. Especially when you have the Model Y sitting just next to the Model S and you can hear and feel the difference between the two. You can easily feel the Model S is a class above the Model Y for sure. And even some of the things we have heard from Tesla's critics are being addressed by Tesla, like it does not brake fast enough. Well, now the Plaid Model S and X comes with improved brake pads with high thermal capacity, equals much better overall braking performance. Some people don't like the yoke steering wheel. Well, now you can choose to get the round one. But I must just say, after driving this for a week, I really like the yoke. Just need to get some new muscle memories, but I think it looks very cool and was actually quite nice on long trips where you can rest your arms on the flat bottom. And some of the complaints that you can't see the button in the corner of the screen, but that is actually not something you use with the new user interface anyway, as it is much easier just to swipe in from the side and you get the car's menu up that way, so you don't really use that button at all. And another great update to the Plaid Model S is the glass roof now weighs less and less in 5 times more light with the same level of UV protection. This also improves the handling of the car, as it helps to lower the center of gravity. And you can of course get it in this new beautiful ultra red color. But thanks to Tesla's incredible skills in software, the Plaid Model S will also give you some software capabilities that you won't see with anyone else, and I'm not talking about their full self-driving software, but the fact that Tesla's fleet of S and X talk with each other and is making a map of the area you drive, giving feedback on how the road is. So if it encounters some rough roads, it will let every other Tesla Model S and X know, so they can adjust their air suspension accordingly. This is just brilliant and something you will not get with any other car on the planet. And as the other guys are still struggling just to make an over-the-air update when there is a software issue with the car and have to recall them to make a software update, I think there might be quite some time before anyone else has this level of sophisticated software as Tesla has. So just yet another feature that you will get with your Plaid Model S that you cannot get with any other car on the market, no matter the price tag. And if you like entertainment, well, this car is beyond anything else you can get, as you have access to over 1000 PlayStation 5 level gaming, as this car has Steam. Yeah, no one is keeping up with Tesla in entertainment. But what about the little screen behind the steering wheel so many people have been complaining about is not there in the Model 3 and Y? Well, I don't really care too much about this little screen in the front. Maybe this is just me because I have been driving a Model 3 for 4 years, so I have gotten used to not having that little screen. And it didn't really bring anything new except when you launch the car in drag strip mode. But maybe in the future with an over-the-air update it will be something useful. But as it is right now, Tesla has just taken some of the information that normally is all gathered in the center screen, usually in the upper right corner. Well, now some of it is on the little screen and some of it is on the big screen. Just very confusing to me. Like when you use the big screen and push the windscreen wiper, for example, you then have to use the scrolling wheel as it pops up on the little screen that is not a touch screen. Just don't make a lot of sense to me. I much prefer the way it is in the Model Y and 3, where it also sits up higher in the upper left corner on the screen, where on the little screen many of the things are lower down, so you actually have to take your eyes more off the road. But maybe in the future they can make these things that comes up on the little screen customizable. That would be cool. So you can decide what you want to show on the little screen. Maybe even have multiple screens to choose from, like your home screen on your Apple Watch face. So you can show statistics about the power it's using, or track mode information without having track mode on, or energy consumption on the little screen, or something like that. I hope Tesla will do this one day, because that will actually make this little screen useful. Right now, it just feels more like a leftover from the old world, when we used to have this small little screen behind the steering wheel. I know many people want that, but after not having that little screen for 4 years, I don't really want it back. Unless it can bring me some new information and features, which it probably will down the road. And that is, of course, the beauty of getting a Tesla compared to pretty much anything else out there, because Tesla will give you new features and functions all the time for free. It would take a whole video on its own just to mention all the features my 4-year-old Tesla Model 3 have got since I bought it. It's a much better car today. So I have no doubt this beast of an engineering masterpiece from Tesla, the Plaid Model S, will also be a much better car over time, even knowing where the bumps in the roads are. So is this car worth its high sticker price? No doubt. You can't find anything else out there like this one. The fastest and safest, a performance car like no other, but still a nice family car in the same car with the best software on the planet. You can find a lot of other cars in this price segment, but nothing comes close to the value for money you get with this car. Would I choose it over the Model Y? Well, these two cars cannot be compared, as the Model S is in a whole different segment, a whole different league. But yes, if I could afford it, I would probably get the Plaid Model S. But something else happened after trying out this Plaid Model S, because it might have destroyed the performance of a Model Y performance, but it also reminded me just how good that car really is, because it is 1/3 of the price of the Plaid Model S, because you pay for luxury and performance. But that just makes the Model Y even more value for money, because I still love that car. Very good car, and I completely understand why that car is on its way to become the best-selling car in the world this year, something the Model S Plaid will never be able to do, as it is not in a mass market segment. But this experience has just reminded me of what an amazing lineup Tesla has, with their luxury vehicle and crazy performance of the S and X Plaid, and their premium models, the 3 and Y, all just amazing cars. But the Model S Plaid, it might just be the best car in the world. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.